What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Alya-san Hides Her Feelings in Russian, this time with episode 4. It was probably the best episode out of the lot so far. I haven't found the first 3 episodes great in general. They've been good. But again, last episode was especially the best, I think. It was by quite some way as well. Especially the end of the episode I thought was great. But yeah, looking forward to seeing what we've got today. Not really got any idea, apart from the fact that we are going to get a new ending every episode, which is really awesome. Actually, I've really enjoyed every ending apart from the first one, and I really like Chainsaw Man's kind of style of that as well. So, a lot of work though, isn't it? A lot of work. But yeah, do let me know what you guys think about this episode in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. Answer the question, bro. You can't answer the question with another question. Not going to answer, is he? Okay. So he knows about that. Did it work? Okay. I mean, what do you mean, huh? You can definitely see how that's him. But yeah, I wonder if it worked. I kind of feel like it's a bad thing to do. To try and impress people just by being in a position of power. Don't get me wrong, it really works. People love people in positions of power. Obviously, what comes with that is like fame, money, and such. Obviously, student council president is quite different, but still, you're like the top dog of the school in a way. People also see you as a pompous arsehole, don't get me wrong, but it works. So I feel like it's one of those shady things that I've like, it shouldn't work. Seems like a nice guy, the president, so I kind of hope it did, but I don't think you should succeed in relationships and with people just because you're in a position of high importance, for example. I don't think that's a topic this show will cover. As I've mentioned, there's nothing kind of extraordinary so far about the show, is there? It's just like a cute high school anime. I don't mind that. I don't mind that as that. If it's good at that, which it was last episode for sure, I don't mind that at all. But again, there's nothing kind of revolutionary coming from the show, is there? Apart from the fact that, again, the main character can speak Russian, which may not even be seen as much of a positive considering the kind of Russia at the minute, if you know what I'm saying. The view people have of Russia and such at the minute, which is quite warranted in my opinion. Although again, I don't really get involved in politics and such, so not going to comment too much. I did see the news that the voice actor for Pokemon, for Ash Ketchum in Pokemon, is actually voice acting Alya in the dub of this, though, which is pretty cool. Well, I don't watch dubs, I just, yeah. Something much better about the delivery with Japanese voice actors, isn't there? Not to say there isn't any good dub voice actors. I especially like Leon's voice actor from Resident Evil, as well as again Ash Ketchum and what's his name, Johnny Young Bosch. He's done a pretty good job with a lot of shonens he's done, which I've watched in my childhood.
残していればそれでいいと思うの。きっかけが恋愛や友情でも、生徒会としてちゃんと生徒たちのためになる活動ができてればそれでいい。
そうですか。
そうでしょ？じゃないと政治家は成人君子じゃないとなっちゃいけないってことになってしまうもの。
それはまあ、そうですね。
そういうことだ。お前はスオーと共に中等部副会長として立派に結果を残した。それを恥じる必要も後ろめたく思う必要もどこにもない。
お兄ちゃん、ずっと私を支えてね。
やだよ、めんどくさい。
Lee-chan.
お兄ちゃんでしょ。
Why did they say Masachika there? Subtitles.
俺も千崎や九条姉も歓迎する。誰にも文句は言わせん。
少し考えてみます。
おう、じっくり考えろ。悩むのは若者の特権だからな。
会長だって若者じゃないの。正直高校2年生には見えないけど。
よく言われる。この前なんて大学院生と間違え。
So I've got no idea what terms like sophomore mean. By the way, we don't really have stuff like that in the UK. Sophomore, I think there's like I think there's other terms for people in a certain age group in school as well. But again, I don't really know them. I'm guessing sophomore is like final year though.
それをアーリャが仲裁に行っていると。
ああ、どちらも譲らないみたいなんだ。野球部はスカウトが視察に来るみたいだしな。
そういえば、野球部のキャプテンがテレビに出てたわよ。
野球部のホープとして有名だからな。普段はこういう部活間の揉め事は千崎が担当なんだが、剣道部の用事で外せないらしくてな。これも経験だと思って九条妹に任せたんだが、なかなか難航しているらしいな。
それじゃあ失礼します。
Yeah, I don't want to sound like racist here, but if I had a Russian person in my student council, I'd send them to every dispute. I feel like they could sort out every dispute quite easily, just in terms of their tone and yeah. I think they're pretty damn good at that type of thing, whether they're a woman or a man.
落ち着いてください。お互いに非難し合っても仕方ないでしょ。
じゃあ代案はあんのかよ。
近くの河川敷を代わりの練習場として使うのはどうでしょう。
はあ、河川敷？
お、河川敷に野球場あるじゃん。それで決定。
ふざけんなよ。サッカー場だってあるじゃねえか。
校庭の方がコンディションがいいんだよ。
そりゃこっちも同じだ。
こっちは将来がかかってる大事な試合なんだよ。
そっちの都合ばっかり言うんじゃねえよ。
そうもそうも、サッカー部の方が圧倒的に部員数が多いんだ。移動の手間を考えたらそっちが移動すべきだろ。
落ち着いてください。
Oh, she's not doing a fantastic job at the minute. And again, we did speak about Alya actually being quite in line with Japanese people last week. She seems more at home in Japan than in Russia, to be honest, as a person. So, what I said earlier doesn't really actually come into the equation here.
私は一人でいい。どうせ誰も私にはついてこれない。そうやって他人を見下し、突き放して歩み寄ることを拒否してきた。これはそのツケだ。一体誰がこんな人間の言葉に耳を貸すっていうの。上から目線で正論を突きつけることしかできない。こんな人間の。
Oh, soundtrack right now, that's really cool.
一人だ。分かってる。分かってる。自分で選んだことだけど。でも。
Agici. Betoni Bochi. Agici.
どうもお取り込み中にすいません。
He heard you from all the way outside. General Affairs Officer, hey? Okay. Horrible that these guys arguing and made a girl cry. These guys should stop arguing just based off that.
どちらも頭に血が上りすぎている。これは一度仕切り直した方がいいな。ま、かわいそうだけどこれも経験だな。
So I also think I feel like the best situation for this is just to also did actually hear that. Okay. I feel like the best way to sort this out is honestly just like gamble, just do a coin flip. That's like the fairest way, surely. Is that the first time I've heard him speak Russian? Know that he understands it, of course, but okay.
その手伝い要員を派遣してもらうというのは
What do you mean support?
なんで俺らだけ河川敷に追いやられなきゃいけねえんだよ。おい、そうだ。そんなの飲めるわけねえだろ。落ち着いてください。こっちの方が多いんだ。めちゃくちゃ大変だから移動も。
Who are these women at the back here?
そういうことなら野球部には私たちマネージャーが手伝いに行きます。
Managers.
それで収まるのでしたら。
So they're gonna get the pretty girls to help them. That's the trade-off, is it?
校庭の使用権を譲ってくれるんだからこのくらいは我慢しなよ。
まあ、しょうないな。
Ah. I feel like that was too easily settled. There was a cute girl right in front of you and these guys kept arguing. But now they get the cute girls to watch them and help them play. They're fine. I don't know. Would I budge just over getting a bit of help going that far? Probably not. I'd probably still want to practice closer, but okay. I also feel like the baseball club had a pretty good point there. And the fact that they've actually got a lot of materials. When you train football, I mean, you might have materials, you might have like cones, and you might need to. I imagine there's already goals there. I imagine. Again, I play football. All you really need is a football a lot of the time. So I actually feel a bit for the baseball team now. Maybe they should have actually stayed closer so they don't have to chug all their equipment all the time further away. Ah. Yeah, that was in a professional thing. That would be a bit of a scandal. That this was professional. But now he can. So he used their relationship to sort this out. Yeah. So I can understand a bit more why they'd agree to it now, but even so, it's just one member, right? So it does take me back to a time. I think it was in my first year at high school. I was going to play a football match for the school for the first time, and there was a couple of girls at the school I was going to play at that I wanted to impress. Came to watch me, and boy, did I not impress. I forgot my shin pad, so I had to play with textbooks in my socks, and By the end of the game, there was big old cuts just above my ankles where the fucking books were cutting into my legs. Fair to say I didn't play very well. And fair to say I didn't impress the girls. And they weren't just like small textbooks, by the way. They're like thick old fucking. They're the only things I had on me. Oh boy. Well, at least he's finally fucking joined the student council president. Honestly, it's almost gone on a bit too long at this point. just join or don't join, bro. Please. Well, you do that, Alya. Didn't give the best showing today, but you can always improve. I hope it's not always a situation of what we got today with like Masachika always coming in to help her. I hope that we do actually see her able to sort out some stuff on her own, especially if he wants to be student council president. Ugh. You need good teammates, of course. So it's appreciated, but again, I just hope he doesn't just come in and save her every fucking time. That'd be a little bit boring. I like you. I mean, he kind of was, but not really. You were another woman back then, I guess. Everyone's different from their past self, so you could say that's actually true. But, nah, not really. I bet that must be like quite nostalgic. It must be quite a nostalgic feeling, that. Accept the slap. This is what I was expecting to see during the. Like, this is what I think when I see Russian going into argument. I expect slaps. Should have done this during the baseball football stuff. I would have sorted things out quickly. I don't think I've ever been slapped by a woman on my face. No, I don't think I have. Luckily, and let's keep my fingers crossed that will never happen. I don't think the worst part would be the hand. I think it would be like if a woman had crazy long nails and they ended up like scratching you. I'm actually surprised I haven't. I've done things that I should be slapped for. That's the thing. I know I should have been slapped a few times, but I don't think I ever have been. You know what that is? Yeah, cheek kiss in Europe is just like a normal thing. Not in the UK, it's not really too much of a normal thing, but in like France and such, that it's quite a normal way of greeting someone, kissing them on sometimes both cheeks, sometimes one, I think. I'm not sure if it's a thing in Russia or not. Probably, but it's not in the UK. But again, in quite a few places in Europe, it's very normal. I don't think that's very normal in Japan. I think they usually do the whole bow, don't they? Okay, so another new ending here, of course. We'll have to just turn the music off. That's the thing though about these endings. They're all new and they're all different, but they're all very similar, aren't they? They've all just got like Alya in the middle, like different outfits on and such. So I say it's more work, and it is a lot more work, but it's not an extraordinary amount more work, I can't imagine, for these guys. Which is something I feel like sometimes you shouldn't put too much effort into the opening and endings. Like, don't get me wrong, we all love an awesome opening and ending. Sometimes they get more traction than the actual series itself and bring a lot of traction into the series. So they should always do their best, but I feel like putting too much effort into it detracts away from the series. I can't say that from this series, because the production in every episode so far has looked fantastic. Sound design's been great. I love the OST in this show. Like, production-wise, it's like that hasn't affected this show whatsoever. But I imagine in other shows, if they take this kind of approach, it might unfortunately affect them negatively. That one was alright. I definitely preferred the two in the last couple of weeks. I was wondering, how did she mean that? Like, it says I like you, but like the context of saying that is a lot more important than the words itself. And obviously it being in Russian, it was quite hard to see, quite hard to understand. Okay, so it was like as in like love, which you'd probably, like 99% of the audience will obviously be able to infer, but just to make sure. To be honest with you, not much really happened today, did it? Still got 2 minutes here at the end, interestingly. Not much really happened today. I mean, he joined the student council, but we've been fucking fanning over that for like 3 episodes now. Will he join? Will he not join? Sorted out a meaningless argument. I don't think that situation will ever pop up again. We've got that little nice bit at the end with Alya saying that she liked him, but apart from that, and apart from the fact that he joined the student council president, which could have happened in 10 seconds, not much really happened today, did it? Alyanan. She's white. is what? She's white. Oh, Alya is very white. They're all white, but she's very white. I can imagine why the Japanese would find that appealing, because I think they did do that thing of like holding umbrellas during the sunlight, and I think it was during a time in Japan it was seen the whiter you are, the more attractive you are. So people would like make themselves pale as hell. I think that was a thing in Japan. Could be wrong about that. That's definitely a thing some places. Quite funny how that's almost reversed nowadays, though. Like, the darker you are, the more attractive you are nowadays in most places. Okay, so yeah, not honestly, not much happening today. Wasn't a great episode in my opinion. Like I said, I feel like episode 3, last week's episode, was the best episode by far. We got a little bit of romantic progression actually with Alya and Kuze. I mean, we got a little bit of that today with her saying she likes him, but again, we understood that anyway. She didn't actually need to say that. But yeah, again, we had him join the student council, which again we've kind of been faffing about with that since the show began. Will he join? Will he not join? It was like, oh, he won't join. He's not going to join. Oh, he's joined. And somehow that took up 20 minutes. Again, kind of pointless argument here. I don't think anyone cares about any of these characters. These guys might pop up again in the future. This baseball star and the manager, perhaps that could be quite a controversial thing potentially. But realistically, I don't think we'll hear many of these guys again, or this argument. So, and it was almost a bit sad that Kuze had to kind of save her from the situation. Like I said, I'd like to see her actually not kind of need this help and kind of become that student council president, sorting things out herself. I'd like to see that potentially in the future. But yeah, not an impressive episode, to be honest with you, in my opinion today. Again, just my opinion. You guys are very much free to feel what you do feel like. But yeah, do let me know what you guys think about this one down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. I will be back next week with episode 5, so I'll see you guys then, and have a good rest of your day, guys.